All right, well, welcome back to my channel. Today I just got something in the mail that I've really been looking forward to getting my hands on and reviewing. This is one of the new AGS custom annealers, and little did I know, but the thing comes all the way from Serbia. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've ever received any package from the Republic of Serbia for sure, so that's pretty cool. Before I dig into this thing, one thing that really surprised me when it came is how small it is. And I knew the thing was a compact unit, but I mean, you know, right here it is in all the packaging, and as you can see, it's, you know, it's actually pretty, it's smaller than what the bag even allows, or kind of makes you think it is. So anyway, let's dig into this thing, see what we've got. I guess officially this is probably one of my first unboxing videos ever. So I feel like this is a pretty good product to break the ice on. My gosh, look how small that is. That's hard to believe that that this thing is that compact. Wow. Let's see if I can get this thing out of here without... There we go. And that's it. Nothing left in the box. So I think I might just cut this bubble wrap away instead of trying to deal with it. There we go. Wow, well, one thing I can say is the finish sure looks nice on it. Man, I don't know what kind of, it's sort of like it has maybe a coating on it or something. It doesn't, it sort of kind of appears to be like unfinished steel, but I don't know, it sure is shiny. I believe it does have some kind of coating on it. But man, I mean, you can see how compact and small this thing is. I mean, my hand pretty much covers the entire wheel. Yeah, wow, that's pretty cool. Let's see, what else do we get in here? Okay, these are probably all the different inserts that go in the revolving wheel there for various calibers. One thing I sort of liked about this was it sort of reminded me of like a miniature bench source annealer. Like a super compact version of one of those. And there's some more inserts. Let's see. Oh, this is the Sharpie holder. We'll get to that later. Anyway, first impressions. Oh yeah, here's the front of it. Nice display. Pretty large readout. Easy to turn on and off. I kind of like things like that. That's just got an easy to get to power button. There's no guessing. It's not like you have to press and hold something and turn it off and all that sort of stuff. Let's see. I know this is the torch holder here, and Stefan, I'm not sure which way he pronounces it. I watched one of his videos on setting this thing up, and he mentions that he ships it with the torch holder kind of reverse. That way it makes you don't have to worry about it getting broke off during shipping. And I believe that might be a secondary torch holder right there. It's except it's a little tight. I'm gonna have to go get my Allen wrenches, but I'm going to one thing to make note of is it does not come with a power cord adapter. Trying to figure out where that plugs into. I will, oh, right there on the side. But fortunately, I have some old laptop chargers laying around here that from computers that have long since died, and I'll grab one of those and get it plugged in, and we'll try to get the thing running here before too long, and maybe anneal a few pieces of brass. Okay, I found a power adapter. I was mistaken. I don't think a laptop charger would ever do the job here. What Stefan recommends is a 12 volt, 1 amp power adapter. The end, this is a very common end. It'll plug into like a lot of routers, and I think a lot of the older, like some of the older drill battery chargers and things like that use this same end. Probably even old cordless telephones and, you know, that sort of thing. It's a 5.5 millimeter outside diameter, and the inside diameter I think is around 2.1 millimeters. If I think of it, I will try to include a screenshot from Amazon or somewhere showing you exactly what you need to pick up. You can find these things for like less than $10, you know, on eBay or Amazon or all over the place. So anyway, so let's get it plugged in here. And I actually I jumped the gun. I had it plugged in already and was playing with some of the speeds here a little bit. I'll show you what this is for. So let me get it plugged in. All right. So there it is running. And I'm going to show you something that I did here that I think is a pretty good idea. Let me go get my stopwatch. So what I was going to show you was I was just trying to figure out sort of what percentage I needed to be on to equal a certain amount of time in the flame. And I discovered that with my power adapter, if I put the percentage on about 31, and I timed this thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to time this as best I can. I found that this was somewhere in the ballpark of about 5 seconds. 5.21, 5.26. I'm just trying to watch the little rotating arm up there and hit the lap button every time it makes contact with the little cog. Okay, so I'll show you here. We can stop that. My times were 5.21, 5.26, 5.34, 26, 33. So that last one is a fluke because I stopped it early. But as you can see, that's getting right around 5 seconds. So somewhere around 31 to 32%. I think it might speed up ever so slightly after it's been running for a little bit. And when I say slightly, I mean like 1/10 of a second. I think when you're running brass through it and the torch is running, it kind of gets everything warm, and it might free up any kind of grease or lubricant that's in any of these motors or whatever. And I do think it picks up a very tiny amount of speed, just from what little playing with it I've done so far. So anyway, let's get to setting up the torch here. What I have is just a one of the skinny torch bottles right here, but I had this on another homemade annealer that me and my dad kind of sort of tried to build. And this is it does not come with this stand. This is off of a little propane burner. But anyway, I remembered I had it and it was coming in handy right now. So there's that, and here's your torch head. So this is pretty cool right here, that it just, all it takes is this one screw to tighten both adjustments on the torch holder. This when you tighten this one screw, it squeezes down on the post here that adjusts your vertical height, and then it also tightens this one down that adjusts your lean. So that's pretty cool that you don't have to have two screws here to do that. And of course this will change greatly depending on how tall the brass is you want to run through there. Now I'm just kind of going to get it snug to where I still have a little, wow, I got it really snug. It really does a good job holding. I'll back it off there a little bit. Yeah, at least I can still move it side to side that way. Now the up and down, you pretty much have to loosen it to be able to slide it up and down, but the side to side and the tilt, you can still move it around a little bit. Let me get, I know most people is going to anneal like 223 or 308 or something like that reviews these things. So I thought about breaking out something that was a little more of an oddball. How about some 6.5 PRC? And I've already put the Magnum size inserts in the turret wheel here. So, you know, this would be for like your 6.5 PRC, your 300 Win Mag, 7mm rim mag, you know, all those, any cartridge that uses a 532 head diameter. So let's see, I could, first things first, I could get it to, oh, I don't even know why I did that. I could have just set the bullet there. All right, so I'm just kind of going to eyeball this thing, and generally speaking, you want the little feather of your flame to kind of contact somewhere right around, you know, the shoulder. I usually shoot for either where the bottom of the shoulder, or maybe just ever so slightly above it, because that's the biggest area that you're having to heat up right there. And so let me get a pan. I've got this old like disposable bacon tray pan that I'm gonna, and it does a pretty good job straddling that. I'm probably gonna look for something that's, you know, maybe a little more durable than this thing for long-term use. But for now, this is gonna do the job. So let's get the torch fired up here. I guess I can go ahead and take that piece of brass out of there. And I usually run it wide open. So let's fire it up here. All right, we're on 31. I'm gonna speed it up to about 40, just so I know it's faster than what I would actually need. And let's see about where the flame hits on the piece of brass here. That's actually really close to about where I would want it. I'm gonna angle it down just a little bit. Let's try another piece. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. And you see it spins, you know, in the flame too. So let's see, I might as well run the, let's see, I'm gonna dim the lights, and I'm gonna slow this thing down to about, I'm gonna slow it down to the 31. We'll see if we can see any orange glow or anything on this next one. That just did try to turn a little bit of orange right there at the end. So I'm gonna slow it down one more number. I slowed it down to 30. Gotta do this without burning my fingers around the camera. Right there, just right at the very end of that, it tried to turn orange. So I would probably slow that down just a little bit more to ensure that I was getting just a little bit more time in the flame. So let me get the lights back on. All right, I'll tell you what, let's do a, let me turn the gas off. And we will do a caliber conversion. So all you do here is you just pull out the magnum size inserts. Here's the ones for the 223. See, I'm sure I'll have to angle this thing down a little bit. I'll probably speed it back up too. Yeah, I would probably slide the torch down on the post just a little bit more there. Well, of course, I don't know. That's not too bad. You get it kind of pointing there at the bottom of the shoulder. That's getting pretty close. Now let's dim the lights and see how long that takes to get a little glow. So I'm at 41 right now. I'm gonna go down to about 35. That's where we're running now. Try this. Yep. Got some glow there, some orange. Yeah, right there. So that's probably about right, I would say. You know, for the orange. What do they call that method? Like the color change method, you know, where you just start seeing some orange flame. So yeah, that was pretty easy. So anyway, I guess that's probably about it. One thing I will say about this thing, after I turn the lights on, is it's really quiet. And I mean, again, to say it's compact would be like the understatement of the day. It is just, I mean, it takes up so little room, you know, anywhere you put it. And which is kind of convenient, because I feel like I could sit here and probably watch TV and anneal grass at the same time, just because it's, you know, it just doesn't take up any more room than that. So let's see, I guess we could talk about the Sharpie holder. Let me get the flame turned off here. So I had just installed the Sharpie holder upside down here, just so I didn't have to keep up with it anywhere else. Unfortunately, I think he designed these things to fit a Pilot brand magic marker, which I do not have one of those. I have every Sharpie imaginable, but yeah, I cannot. The Sharpie just will not go through there. But this was a really clever idea. I'm going to get some magic markers that will fit the slot here, and I might make another video later on about just marking the brass with it. You know, I guess what you would do is you would go ahead and anneal it, then go resize it, trim it, you know, pretty much get it ready to be loaded again, and then maybe come back over here before you actually, you know, begin to start seating primers and that sort of thing. You could run them back through the annealing machine, except with just the Sharpie feature on here, and I guess it'll just put I don't know if it'll actually put a mark all the way around it when it spins. That would be pretty cool. I kind of wonder how touchy it would be, you know, if you press the marker into the piece of brass good enough for it to mark on it. I wonder if you'd be shoving the case into the side of the turret there, that it would keep it from spinning around. But I guess just with it turning, it would put a line on the side of it. So one way or another, it's probably going to get marked. So anyway, I might revisit this and try to figure out exactly how that works, because I can see where this would be a really convenient thing for like a PRS shooter or a service rifle shooter like myself. So I am going to spend some time and try to get this figured out, and I'll probably make another video in the future regarding that. So, oh yeah, one other thing that I failed to mention was the customer service from AGS is second to none. I mean, they really take care of you. You know, I feel like they're just a small shop business that, you know, focuses on a quality product, and they will not leave you hanging. I've actually corresponded in I don't know how many emails now with Stefan, and he is super helpful. You know, he wants his product to work well for you, and if you've got any questions or any kind of concerns, he will go way out of his way to help you out. So keep that in mind too whenever you're shopping around for an annealer. So anyway, a big thanks and a shout out to Stefan over at AGS, and I'll put a link to his YouTube channel. He is on YouTube. If you search for AGS Annealer, I'm sure you won't have a hard time finding his channel. And anyway, thanks again for watching, and look forward to talking to y'all again soon.